Hey y'all, welcome back to the HOE PHA, a millennial dating experiment.
As you guys know, we are powered by SIRENS NYC, baby.
Yes, and of course, you know we got PunchLine Punch in the building.
You already know.
Providing the vibe.
You already know. First
With
day
that
with
new
the new
logo.
stickers. First day
Yes.
with the new logo.
New year, new logo, baby.
We
new
sipping
marketing.
that. We sipping that amnesia. I made amnesia a little, you know what I mean, a little extra spicy.
Yeah,
today.
and we can tell.
We can tell.
We can clearly tell.
It's-
This is not what amnesia
it's
looks
usually
like.
It's
a
not
little
usually
more-
that dark.
It's
Yeah.
more green. This is like
It's
mustard
usually more
yellow.
inviting. This is like, okay.
This is
about
like
to spill your
nuclear
tea.
waste.
Why you gotta nah? And yo, new screen name for PunchLine Punch
Oh,
as
yes, I
well.
did
You
see
can
that.
follow me at
yeah.
PunchLine Punch Drinks.
Let's get it.
Straight like that. Punchline Punch Drinks.
I like it.
Simple.
Straight to the point.
Straight
I
to
love
the
it. I
point.
love it. All right, y'all. We forgot to introduce ourselves. But it's your favorite coho. Everybody loves Becky. I don't know why I said that, but it's your favorite coho, Becky J, your neighborhood friendly sex symbol.
Oh my God.
I didn't even start drinking yet today, y'all.
You
I don't-
high,
I'm
that's
just
why.
a little high. Okay, it's all right. It's gonna
All
be, a
right.
little, you know, we'll get through this.
Damn, can a bitch introduce herself too?
Bitch, I wasn't finished. Now it's your turn. Here you
All
go.
right. And y'all already know it's your real fave coho, repping for the thick girls worldwide, MJ. I almost said MJ smokes MJ. Damn.
See, it happens. It's like, am I my brand or am I me? You know, it's like,
Both.
You know,
You both.
existential crises out here.
I
Okay,
mean,
maybe I
how
am really
about
high.
there's already a few personalities in there. Your brand is just one of the personalities.
And you
Facts.
already like to say you a Gemini cusp, so
Facts.
like, you probably got an extra two.
Extra,
motherfuckers.
you
Yeah,
know,
she
exactly.
do.
You're right. You're right. I do.
She
I
do.
do. But how you guys been? You know, I feel like this is the first full week of the new year. You know, we got like
You know what?
shit going. 2019.
It's looking really up for 2019. Like bitches have been taking meetings.
Facts.
Bitches been getting money. Like it's lit. Like money is just it's coming out of nowhere. Like
That's
it's
what's
lit.
up.
Manifesting it, definitely.
Dead ass. I masturbation manifested it.
That's dope. That's dope. Definitely been. I don't know. I haven't been in the masturbating mood lately. I don't know. I've just been like I don't know. I've just been going to sleep.
Like
Word.
it's like
Yeah.
it's weak.
I can't. You know what I mean? I gotta
You have
rub-
to every day.
Not every day, but you know, for somebody who, you know what I mean, is off the market, I gotta, you know what I mean, I gotta itch those scratches. I gotta scratch those
You gotta
itches.
scratch them. I get it. I don't know. I don't know. So I've been just in a weird little funk, but because I usually masturbate every day. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I've been in a weird funk too. Like it's just something about no dick that just like really be having you more in your feelings than when you was fucking somebody, you know? Like now I'm
Yeah.
just sad and I'm like, bitch, why are you sad?
But then, you
It's
just be but then you have to be like, why are you sad? You don't need a man. And then you start doing all of that. And
Yeah.
It's like, I can't masturbate
But it's
now.
like I
the
just
fuck?
want to feel it.
I gotta
That's
unpack
really
my
it.
feelings. Like I gotta journal now. I can't even fucking masturbate. Like, you know, I feel like that's where I'm at. Like still
Word.
figuring.
But when I don't know if it works the same for women, but like, you know what I mean, after you cross that threshold, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
bust that nut real quick, do you still have those feelings at that
Nah, I'm
moment?
usually
Absolutely not.
knocked out.
Exactly. That's so
Absolutely not.
you may need to, you know what I mean, find something to stimulate that, you know,
I
that
get
mental.
that. I get that.
Definitely
I
got
get
to invest in
that.
some toys or
And
something.
you know what I mean, get it popping, and then after you bust that nut,
Just
you're
go
not
to
gonna
sleep.
feel that bad no more. You just like, hey,
Till the
man,
next night, and then we're just like, we're here again.
I feel all right.
We meet again. Feelings.
Yeah.
But how was your weekend, MJ? We had a pretty eventful.
Yeah, we
weekend.
had a shared weekend. We have a shared
Yes,
story
shared
to tell,
story.
guys.
I feel like this is like our first shared story, like
right? Like
our
first,
first,
I feel
like-
like this is like your first time meeting somebody I fucked before.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not the first time. You met a few, but oh my god.
But like actually like hanging out with them and stuff.
Yeah.
You wanna start the story? 'Cause
Alright,
I
so
kind of just
basically-
hijacked your shit.
Yeah, basically, I used to talk to this nigga who's a chef. Like we had sex a few times, and then I kind of like, it kind of fell off, but like just no like hard feelings or anything.
Why did it fall off the first time?
Why did it fall off? Other niggas,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Like,
more.
yeah,
Like
better.
better niggas.
better niggas, yeah.
Okay.
Like
got
the
it.
dick was good and all, but it was like he was always tired, so it was like lazy dick that you have to do all the work.
Oh
with.
no.
And like it's fine, I'm fine with doing all the work, but I'm like I like my energy matched, and it wasn't matched. But the dick was big, but like and the head was good, but
Yeah,
it was just something about it was lacking something for me.
Okay.
It lacked that passion.
Yeah,
That you know what I mean? It was,
that like it wasn't strong.
It was just like let me handle this real quick. You know what I mean? Let me get it out the way so I could go to sleep because I'm tired.
Yeah, and then he would just
I've
knock
definitely
out.
done that shit before.
No, that's like
I
great.
can't imagine
that's
doing
like
it all the time,
dick,
though.
and like it's like
Yeah,
it's
literally
there,
B- dick.
It's like no,
Like it had all the qualities, but it just wasn't quite there.
The only time
But the food though.
The food, exactly.
Yeah, let's
food.
talk about the food. Like,
Yeah, so
you
he
said
hit you-
homie was a chef.
He's a chef.
He's an
right?
actual like
What
real
he
life
made?
chef. He made so he has like these special plantains he calls called what he said panty
droppers.
Panty droppers.
Them
Basically, he
shits
fries
was
up some sweet
elite.
plantain, puts some coconut milk and what's that shit called? Condensed milk.
Sweetened condensed milk.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, my accent came out. And then, yeah, that's basically what he does. And he said, first time he served to this girl, she was like, if she didn't have a man, she would literally fuck everybody in the room. So he's like, he calls them panty droppers. And I was just like, you know what?
They were that good. I'm not
They
gonna
were
lie.
that good.
I was like, all right.
I literally fucked him the first time. And
After
he
you
made me
had
those
them?
plantains, yes.
Wow.
Panty dropper
Wow.
They were
Wow.
so good,
They were
like-
so good. But yeah, I came home and MJ's just like, yeah, like, do we have anything to do tonight? Because I'm about to go get some dinner. I'm like, well, bitch, I'm hungry too. Bring me a plate. And she was just like, he said to just pull up. I'm like, oh.
He said you could come too.
And y'all know how cold it's been. Like, us New Yorkers, like, winter is here. It's like 20 degrees, you know, the
Like,
wind be
we're
crazy.
in it now.
Yeah, so
Officially.
I'm just like, am I really about to go back outside, like, for this? Like, I want to be in my bed. But
I
was
really
just
did
like,
too, but I was like, I'm hungry.
I was like, you know what? And then he lived by RB, so I was like, all right, it's a kill two birds with one stone.
Literally
Just go to Arby's,
around the
that's
block.
it.
Like, it's crazy.
Around the block.
Around the block, RB.
Facts. But yeah, what did he make, MJ?
He made something called bride chicken. It's like some African chicken, like
yeah,
some
some South
seasoning.
African
Yeah,
chicken.
he said
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
brought him the seasoning from Africa, so he made a whole chicken and was chopping that shit up with a machete.
Yo,
Like-
literally,
Yo,
like,
I'm not going bullshit. You might have to tell me where this nigga live because I think I need that panty dropper recipe, bro.
You know
Right?
what? There was some chicken. I was like, fuck, why didn't we bring the chicken for RB? Like,
a fact.
there
oh
was
my
like
God.
two more pieces left.
It was
right?
literally 2 pieces. Like, we devoured that shit.
To
Like,
be honest, I was just
we were
there.
high.
So I was like, I already knew. I was like, I'm going there just to eat. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm not trying to entertain no extra niggas. I'm just here to eat, get high, and
right?
eat.
When he said
Don't
bring
your,
you,
Don't bring your friends.
I
don't
thought there
wanna
was a
talk.
friend for you,
Yeah.
but that nigga was married, so.
Facts. But I was
But
just
it's
sitting
fine.
there.
What?
As soon as the food came out, I was just sitting there like, all right, when is it next time for seconds? Like, these niggas just talking.
Right,
I'm
everybody's
just like-
looking around. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just start making my plate, and
I just
hopefully
kept
everyone
eating
keeps
the whole
following.
time. The whole time.
Literally, just pieces of chicken,
Yeah.
vegetables. The vegetables was mad fucking good.
No,
Oh my
everything
God.
was elite.
kind of
Everything.
vegetables, yeah?
Everything.
It was just like some greens with onions and garlic, but like it was seasoned perfectly. Like
everything
it just had
was
so much
perfect.
flavor. Like
That's what's
beautiful spice level. But let me tell you about that spice. This is gonna be my TMI for the week.
oh my God,
Y'all, I realized I don't know if I'm gonna keep up with the TMIs like I said last week because we be too fucked up in here to be reading definitions,
Yeah,
real
and
definitions.
facts,
I'm just like, that shit was a little much for my drunk high ass. So I'm going back to, uncomfortable stories about my life. So after this fucking African dinner, my job was like, oh, we giving you some overtime. I'm a Caribbean person. I'm here to work. Let's go to work. Went to work the next morning. My stomach is like so like starts bubbling. I'm like, no, not here, not here. Yo, when you have the spicy poops, like, oh my God, I was literally in the bathroom
Don't
crying,
remind me.
crying. I was just like, why? Like, was it worth it? Like, cause I kept eating mad
yeah,
chicken.
and the food was really
Was
spicy
it one of them
too.
shits
Like
where
it
you
was
had to
good
get
spicy.
like damn near ass naked, like to?
I was at work. I couldn't really do that, but I was dead just sitting there like, ooh, I had to like wet some toilet paper to like. I was like, I need a wipe. I need a wet wipe. I don't need toilet paper. It's not gonna help. Like,
yeah,
it was
toilet
just-
paper does not do anything. I saw a video the other day. It was like it doesn't even clean anything.
I don't use regular toilet paper no more. I will take a trip, pay that extra $1 or whatever to get some baby wipes.
Some wipes, yeah.
That's a fact.
Wipes is definitely all 2019 because
Get
like,
you some wipes.
I feel like it'd be soothing it too. Like
I'm just
It was
worried
spicy
about
as
keeping
fuck.
it super clean.
I feel
The soothingness is It's irrelevant.
It's secondary.
It's secondary.
And then when we got the money, we gonna have the bidet, so it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be spraying that shit away.
I'm impartial about a bidet.
Why? Because it's going up your butt.
Yeah, because it's like shooting up there. Like I feel
But
like
it's
baby
cleaning it.
wipes
It's not
is, you know what I
gay.
mean? I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about comfortability. Like for me.
So the wipes is more gentle.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I can get that. I get that.
Or just take a shower after you shit too.
It depends where you at.
They need to start putting showers at work.
I shit anywhere, like, you know what I mean? Like, I shit at work. I shit, like, at restaurants. Like,
I do,
shit.
but sometimes I can't.
It only go there if it's really that bad. Like otherwise, if my stomach just hurting and I could let out a couple of, you know, right there.
Get some space.
You know what I mean? To get some space, I'm gonna make it home. But if I'm running and sweating and damn near bawling my tears out, like, and I gotta go, or else it's gonna be a problem from everybody, then at that point, I'd probably go like public restroom.
Anywhere.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I think it's just a survival skill.
Devin said this is too much.
Okay, you're right. So you see,
I
dragged RB into my TMI, all right?
You did drag me
I dragged
into
you
this.
in, but yeah.
I got flashbacks.
Baby wipes on 2019.
I think it worked though. The TMI
Yes,
worked.
I think it definitely did. Everybody related. That means you related too, Dev. But yeah, so let's get into this question of the week.
All right, y'all. So this week,
how was the real quick? How y'all liking it? How y'all like the
punch?
I'm loving
I like
it. I'm
It's
loving
really
it.
tasty.
It's super tasty. It's not too strong. It's perfect.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm a little parched, so I almost started gulping
It's
this
smooth.
shit. But yeah.
It's real gulpable.
Well, okay.
Gulpable.
Thade.
Gulpable.
You already know that throat work.
Okay.
All my drinks got girth.
All my drinks got girth. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be the
gosh.
slogan.
Oh my god. But yeah, so this week we asked our listeners, what is your definition of love? And we had an underwhelming amount of answers, which showed us that none of us even know what love is.
Damn.
So we're going to talk about that. Because y'all usually be flooding us with answers. And y'all was just like, I don't know what love is.
Oh yeah.
We had a few answers.
Oh,
Yeah, we did. We have some.
They said this the question of the week.
And then some people just went in, and I was like, okay, so you know what love is.
That means
Got
you really know what that shit is.
You've loved since you was a baby. Heard you.
Facts. But before we get into our answers as well as the answers of our listeners, and we introduce our awesome guests, we are going to have a quick word from our sponsors. So we'll be back, bitches.
Bye, hoes.
All right, y'all. We are back. Sorry you got a little poopy this last segment.
Sorry, I got a little poopy.
We're going to clean it up. We're going to clean it up for this
Clean
second
it up.
half.
We're going to give you all the dirty stuff you're used to.
Exactly.
After we talk about love and feelings.
Exactly. But yeah, so we have an awesome guest that we're going to introduce to you guys. This guest, we actually did our first project ever with Sirens. This is how we first connected. And now we're all both doing big and better things. Let's give it up for GabSoul.
GabSoul in the building.
Yes.
In the building. Oh, shit.
Thank you. Okay, exciting. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Before we get started, I want to give you some time to introduce yourself, let everyone know a little bit about you, what you do.
Well, you know, I like long walks on the beach. I'm GabSoul. You can call me Gab. You can call me Beyonce. Whatever makes you comfortable. I DJ. I write. I curate events, playlists, different mixtapes. I'm so bad at this. I hate talking about myself.
No, but you're amazing. You do so many different things. You do, you throw parties, right?
Mm-hmm. From time to time.
Yeah, that's dope. I've been, what is it? Ting Ting?
Ting and Ting, yeah.
Ting and Ting, yeah.
I used to DJ for them, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've been to that one at Shemansky's.
Oh, yeah. That was good. That was a time.
That's dope. So thank you so much again for coming. Did you get a chance to hear our question of the week before the break?
Remind me one more time. I smoke a lot.
Yeah, me too.
We do too.
Yes. This is the weed gang.
Oh, yes.
The question of the week is, what is your definition of love?
Okay, so we got a few answers. We're going to go around in a circle and see what everyone thinks. Do you want to start, Gab?
Love is my... So I'm joking. Come back to me. Come back. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I think let's read some answers and
so
then
we get some
then,
inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, so this answer is by The Real Sahara. I like that name. It's like hood cute. She said, love is unconditional, unbreakable. I'm going to read it with, grammar. Love is an unconditional, unbreakable bond. Trust, honesty, loyalty, supporting one another, making each other feel confident, having God involved.
Okay.
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 Another person, Denicia Williams, she said, God, me. That's love. Okay.
I like that. I feel like I kind of resonated with that one. This one, D. Myla Banks says, doesn't exist. Damn, sis. Damn, sis.
It's
Life is rough.
I feel like we're thinking of different types of love. Like, there's familial love, and then there's, like, romantic love. Like, most people know familial love. So you know what love is. You know what love feels like. Yeah, hopefully. But, like, that romantic love, it's, like, really hard to distinguish. Like, these niggas really be out here. You think they love you, but, like, that's not love, sis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not.
What do you think, RB? What is your definition?
Jesus. Love is really, I mean, like Shorty said with the first one you read, I feel like it's a unconditional bond, period. It's like everything that you do is just unconditional. It's like second nature to you. You know what I mean? Like, to check on that person, to be there for that person without that person even really asking, to trust that person, like to ultimately trust somebody and just ultimately give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, nah, this person is never doing me wrong. I will give my heart to this person. I'll put my life in this person's hands. Like, that's real love, and I've seen that. I've experienced it. And shit has gone sideways, and it's not to say that it doesn't exist or it can't happen. It's just that time tells all, and if things really can be sustainable in the future, then they will be. If they're not, then you just got to charge it to the game, and it's not meant to be. But it definitely exists. It's definitely real, and it's definitely something that you feel.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh.
I feel like
Right?
that was
Like,
That sounds like the Lauryn Hill album.
yeah. Yeah, I love that shit. But yeah, I totally agree. I feel like love, for me, like, it can be, I think the familial love and even like a romantic love, they kind of stem from the same place. It's just like how you're expressing it. I think personally for me, I've been in love, but I think my understanding of love grows as I grow as a person, as my understanding of myself grows. So, I don't know. I still think I'm figuring out exactly what that means to me. But I do think it is, like, an expression of how I feel with how I feel, like, my relationship with God. And, like, being able to express that through my actions in different ways. So that's how I, like, define love.
Right.
yes.
That was deep.
What do you think?
Well, I'm glad I got to hear everybody's definition first, because I really feel
I did a little bit, but like
you can go after
yeah,
Gabby.
you can go.
nah, all of that stuff is true too, and allow me to get a little deep. Nah, but love just is, it's all those things, but it's also just the energy. Love is, like, at the core, it's just energy. It's either fear or love. Anything, there's only two human emotions, it's fear or love. So anything that's of the love vibration is pleasant and just compassionate. I really feel we define love to an extent, because some people, people ain't shit. Sometimes they try to, I beat you, but I love you, that type of bullshit. But
that crazy in love shit.
Yeah, I really feel like over the past like 3-4 years, I've been like redefining what love is to me, because I had to also learn like what self-love is, like really, really learning. People say I love myself, but like there's so much to unpack, especially if you're not to say I wasn't taught familial love, but like especially if you're not taught familial love from the start, like how you're taught love is how you're gonna perceive it in the future, unless you like see the bigger picture.
Yeah, you break yourself down and you reprogram yourself for what that is.
And I've always found that like love is like, for that reason, love is like my muse, but it's also a challenge. Like try to come to that, like my own definition of it. But it is definitely work, and not in like a hard way, but like you got to be committed to really upholding this energy, you know.
Nurturing
and that could be,
it.
exactly. It could be for yourself. It could be for your partner. It could be for your family. It could be for your child. You know, I guess that's my definition.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
As well as everything else you guys said too. Like I really
Yeah.
touched on some points.
I like that. Love just is.
Yeah.
That's our core.
Yeah, I love that show,
is
by the way.
love.
What's your
Love Is?
love?
Yeah.
Love is.
That's
is that
the
the
show?
one? Is that the one we like?
The one on what network is that? Oprah? OWN?
Oh, Black Love.
That one too. That was good.
So then I don't know that one.
No, you're talking about the one on Netflix. That one's just called Love.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of shows.
Yeah. Whatever.
What do you
Anyways.
think, MJ? What's your definition?
My definition of love is just love is love. Like we know what love is. Like we know what
Do
love
we
is. We know what it
though?
feels like.
Do
The-
they
you know
know?
what? I'm thinking that too because I'm just like when you grow up in a black family, like love is shown. Love is different, you know, like white people, like, you know, they hear I love you every day. They get hugs and shit. Love in a black family is I come home, I'm crying because people at school was bullying me. And my mom's like, bitch, go back to school and stand up for yourself. That's love. It's like tough love, but that's love. That's like the place they only know it from, you know?
Or like working hard, you know, having your parents come from different countries and working and coming here and working and serving, showing you that this is what they're doing because they love you and because they have you. They're trying to provide a future for you.
And I feel like because of that, you know, Caribbean parents be like, oh, I love you. Obviously, I love you. I come home, I work, I provide clothes, you have a roof over your head, da, 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 like you have food on the table.
What do you
like,
have to be mad about?
Yeah, like, but I'm like, yeah, I believe you. That's because you love me. But, you know,
It's
I
like
like a
sometimes I
hug.
wanna hear
I
it,
think on my
you know?
day. you
Yeah.
know?
Like I want to hear I love you. I want to hug.
Yeah.
Like, can we just like talk?
And then also that's like having, like as I've grown older, I learned to realize, because you can't change Caribbean people, older Caribbean people, it's just
At
like
all.
impossible. I've learned to really look deeper and see the love beneath all that shit. Like how they were probably brought up, how they were probably taught love, how they think they're supposed to show love.
Like
and I
it's
know
a
they do.
generational thing.
Yeah. And then on top of that, when you mature, it's like you can show that back to them. Like it's weird to them at first, but
Yeah, you can
I'm not
show...
about to just continue the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. I like that. Because now you're able to think about maybe if this didn't work for me, this wasn't working for me the way they were loving me, maybe I can figure out what that looks like for me and then show them by doing it to them and show them like this is how I would want to be loved.
exactly.
And then also when you have your own kids, you could break that cycle too.
Exactly.
That's dope.
That's
That's
facts.
dope. That's dope. So have you guys ever been in love?
Yes.
I was in love. They weren't in love with me. So what is
Ooh.
that? Is that
It's
love?
like that.
Is that love?
I've experienced that too.
Does unrequited love count? Like that's love. I
I
feel
think
like
it's still love.
because that's how a lot of us are taught love too. Unrequited love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. It's
Oh
so
my
exhausting.
God.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm
exhausting.
already playing
Wait,
bad
what
religion
is that
in my
called
head.
again? One more time.
Unrequited love, like you love the person but they don't love you back, or they don't show it back, or whatever the case is.
Oh.
Like some Steve Urkel and Laura.
Yeah.
Like
And you feel like the chase is what love is.
I mean,
yeah.
That shit is so whack.
It is.
It really
So
is.
exhausting.
I literally was sitting with a friend one day and she was just like,
Oh,
yo,
shit.
what's up?
What the fuck is going on in here?
Hey,
talking
we
about
sitting
love.
here
Talking about love
talking.
this time.
What about love?
We're just figuring out our definitions. This is
What's up,
Gab.
Gab?
This is Queen
Hey,
Split.
live for me, man. I'm playing. Man. Son,
Hey, what's up, cuz?
what's up, my man?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all alright?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
alright. We chilling.
Chilling.
No, I feel like growing up, we're taught that, like, you know, you're supposed to chase somebody or somebody's not supposed to want you. Like, that whole game is what love is. And I feel like
Cat and
that
mouse
shit.
bullshit.
At all. He said too soft for me.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like that's so corny and it's so toxic also. And it's not good for, like, our mental health to
At
just
all.
want to think that you need to be desired and, like, all that stuff. That
Or
shit
like
is...
to please somebody all the goddamn time. Like,
Especially, if you are someone who deals with depression, like, chasing after niggas who don't want you is a sure way to throw you back in that downward spiral. I know this to be true.
Facts. Do you guys think like casual dating and love go hand in hand? Like,
No, they do not.
They can't.
They do not.
why
do
is
you mean,
that?
though?
Movies.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I feel like, okay, like, can hoes, like, want love?
All
like,
hoes want
hoes
love.
can want love. What do you think we're
All
doing?
hoes want
Yeah.
love. Like half of
just not gonna
my
settle.
close friends coming from college and leaving, like a lot of them were hoes. And not to say, like, not to, talk bad on, their actions. I wouldn't, engage, but like I've had like real friendships with them, and I've noticed that them being able to rely on me for shit or like confiding in me, it's just like I noticed that they have a deeper kind of emotion brewing, in their core, but they're just outsourcing it in ways that I mean, that may seem questionable to other people, but for them it's like this is, some type of comfort, or maybe it's not some type of comfort. Maybe you just want to be sexually free, but at the end of the day, I'm keep it a buck. Like, real love is gonna be real hard to find if, you be
you're
sexually
clouding it with
free,
lust.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
next thing you know, you sexually free with a few people in the same vicinity. Next thing you know,
Everybody know.
the whole school looking
I
at
mean,
you
I
like
feel
you.
like-
the-
It's,
I
that's
feel like
just
that
one
doesn't
school,
really-
though. That's
yeah.
fine.
It could be one school, one neighborhood. Like it
But
happens.
I think it's less about that and more about, like,
But that
confusing
taints the
yourself
waters.
as to what that is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, love and lust, and chasing lust, thinking that it's love, that's going to bring you further from it. I think it's less about, oh, now everybody thinks you're a hoe. Like,
Yeah, who the fuck
okay, who
cares?
cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
just
It's all
about,
about
Sidebar.
knowing yourself too, like knowing that difference, knowing that I'm good. Like you could even knowing that, all right, I know I'm doing this for a little while. At some point, I'm gonna stop, or I know this is starting to hurt me a little bit, or whatever, or even fuck it, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
that's okay too. That freedom too. I don't know, and I don't know. I'll get back to that.
you know what you about to say? Is it
No,
like
it's
a
just it's
personal
a
story?
little topic, but we'll get
Okay,
back to that.
okay. Did you think hoes you said that's what we're doing? We're
Yeah,
hoes
it's,
looking for
we're
love?
looking for love, but we just need
Looking,
to
I feel
learn
like I'm
we're
always-
not going to find it with those actions, Like by following lust and lusty ass feelings, like you're not going to find the love you're looking for until you find it in yourself. And you could love yourself and be a hoe too. That's so fun. Like, but you just have to love yourself
It has
first.
to
Like
come
if
from
you're
that good
looking
place.
for it in other people, if you're
Yeah.
looking for love and dick, like you're not going to find it. All you're gonna find is cum and a wet vagina. That's
If you're lucky, no,
Facts.
joking.
And then you're gonna be like, wait.
and hurt feelings.
It's like, I just wanted a hug.
That's
and
a
now
fact.
I'm
What a
sucking
mess
dick.
too.
That's a fact.
Situationships. Oh god.
Ooh, situationships
no.
are so
Situationships.
messy.
Can we end those, please?
Like,
I know
no more.
we keep saying in
in
2019.
How do you-
situationships in 2019.
I feel like you don't know
We're
you don't know you're in a situationship until you're in a situationship. You're just like, oh,
And it be because of
fuck.
shit like that, like, oh, I'm always gonna fuck this nigga. Oh, I'm always gonna do this, like, but it's like, all right, you starting to like the nigga too,
Yeah.
or you starting to get attached to it, so you might want to chill.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
like I think
you're not there.
situationships
Yeah.
are definitely not love. You know what
They're
I
not.
mean?
At all.
They're
It's
not.
just
But
fucking.
again, to go back to the cat and mouse chase shit,
Yeah,
it's like you think it is.
exactly.
And it's not
you
really.
you chasing the idea.
Yeah.
If you ain't have a conversation in the beginning, you're just and you're feeling this way, then you're chasing an idea.
Yeah.
If you let this nigga beat before any type of like, I mean, granted, we all have urges, we all have needs, we all be in that heat of the moment time. But like, once you continue to do that without much conversation about what you really like, if you just, you know what I mean, you're
Going
gonna
with the
keep,
flow.
you're gonna keep going over to this nigga house, you're gonna keep inviting this nigga over
Yeah.
to your house, you're gonna keep fucking,
And
you're
then-
gonna keep
You gonna
smoking.
keep talking about the same shit.
Y'all gonna
Y'all
keep
get a real
ordering from the
Or
answer.
same
keep
spot.
not talking about the same shit.
Exactly.
That's
Keep
a-
not talking about it.
circles.
Yeah.
Keep not talking about it. And
Yeah.
then
And being complacent with not talking about it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Niggas all got time.
Honestly, I think we just need to like really stop fucking these niggas. Like, let's just drag it
no,
out.
I
No,
disagree.
I don't think
Drag
that's what
it out.
it is. I don't think that's what it
Yes,
is. No.
yes. That's how you end up in a situationship.
No, I think you
No.
have to get to know the person.
Speak.
Yeah,
Just
and yes.
speak. That's all you gotta do.
But
is
also,
speak.
niggas is getting their post-nut clarity, and that's why they don't want to talk to you no more.
But that's somebody that you were never gonna have a relationship with anyways. I think it's different between somebody that it's like, it's not someone that's just ghosting you. It's like you guys have this kind of connection, this weird thing, but it's like for some reason you guys aren't being 100% vulnerable with each other. You're
Or it's
not,
just not fulfilling.
yeah.
At all. Like that too.
Facts.
I
It's just
say
something
I
weird
say
going on.
Speak and visualize, understand, and give some real reaction to the signs that you see that may be pointing in the positive direction or the negative direction. And if they point in a negative direction, don't be scared to say, deuces, this shit is not for me.
I
A
think
lot of
that's
chicks
key.
just be like, all right, I see us pointing to a negative direction. He's not really bringing up these conversations. He's not really doing the extra shit, but he still likes me. So maybe
he's still
it may
fucking
move,
you, so.
it may move into a positive.
So I'll just stay around.
So I just stick around.
What you about
And
to
then
say,
I get
Gab?
mad at this nigga for not saying nothing later on.
And you see, like, I feel like a confident hoe is like an example of the power of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give a fuck about what people do. You're doing it. You know yourself. You know what you're getting yourself into. Blah 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 blah. And being confident and even not chasing niggas on top of that. You know what it is. Whatever. I'm not sweating you. I'm on to the next one. Whatever. So if imagine that power and whatever you may have niggas chasing you, like. I'm not promoting that toxicity. I'm just saying that is what it is. But imagine channeling that energy and really just like saying I'm not fucking with fuck niggas like at
Facts.
all. And then like shit, you might fuck around, fall in love, like fall in love literally. Like I don't know.
I think that's key too because
if you want to.
Yeah, no, I feel like this new whole phase that I'm in, or this like dating single period that I'm in right now, is more about like being more confident and being single and being more discerning and being more selective and more picky about who I'm fucking with, and like, you know, like not fucking with fuck boys because I have the choice. I was watching the Roommates podcast the other day, and they were talking about how women are so intuitive. We're always talking about, yeah, we're so intuitive. I got a sixth sense. I can feel this. I can always tell this. But we continue to make bad choices when it comes to the men that we date and the people that we invite into our space. So it's just like listening to my intuition and like making those decisions. And like RB said,
it's because we know.
I definitely feel like that sixth sense in most females, most women has really been depleted.
No, we still
we
have
we
it.
have
No,
it. We
still
just don't.
there.
We
It's
just
still
don't
there.
listen to
It's
it.
still there, but it's like drowned out by all of the.
We just choosing to not listen to it. You know what I mean?
Which is the dumbest thing we could ever do.
2019, we following our intuition.
Fact. Following our
If
gut.
if you have a feeling about that nigga, like there's a reason.
Fact.
There is a reason.
And then if you
Don't
see a
ghost
red
him, though.
flag,
Tell
don't
him-
be
tell him what's
afraid. Yeah, I think that's key too. Don't be afraid to like, you know, step away from a situation that's not for you. And then communicate that.
Communicate
those
because some
things.
niggas just may, you know what I mean, fall short because the conversation hasn't been had. But if the conversation is had, you may find out that, hey, he maybe feels the same way too. Or it's just like, oh, you never asked me about this, or we never had a conversation about it, so I just thought you was just down for the smoking and the fucking. So it's like,
That's
you know what
true
I mean?
too. That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I say don't ghost. You just gotta have these conversations. So
And that's
you
big
know what
too, because I feel like
For
we're
real.
such a generation. We so big on ghosting somebody because like fuck that nigga, whatever. But at the same time, it's just being dismissive and just running away from your
And it does
situation,
not
not
feel
facing
good
it.
at all.
Because then on top of that,
It
you may
doesn't.
have like some attached feelings, like some resentment in your head from that last relationship or whatever the fuck it was. Like
Yeah.
that nigga ain't shit. Meanwhile, you never talked to him about what it was, or the
You never
girl
re-
ain't
you never
shit. Y'all
resolved
just-
it.
Yeah, like
Now
she,
you're
she didn't
haunted.
text me back, so fuck that bitch.
You know, it's a lot of
You
the.
didn't talk
It's
about
definitely
it. Like,
a cancel culture out here. It's just like, oh,
it's a
he's
fact.
canceled. This is canceled. But
No.
you don't learn anything from canceling anybody.
Exactly.
And the lesson's going to just repeat itself.
But you know
That's
what I
real.
hear a lot when I bring that up? It's like, oh, I don't owe nobody no type of explanation type shit. Like, like
I mean, if you
I've
fuck
heard
that,
that.
Probably
You
because
can communicate.
do you even have an explanation? You know what I mean? Like
I don't owe that nigga nothing. Why I gotta tell him he should get the hint just because I ghosted his ass?
That's
like,
toxic too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
even if you have an inkling and that ain't your nigga like that, but you feel you really want to get to the bottom of it somehow for your own peace of mind, say something. You hear what he says. You listen to the nigga the first time, whatever he's saying, and you take it for what it is. Like if I don't want to talk to you after that, I don't got to talk to you. But at least I
feel
addressed
like
it. You
it's
know.
at least healing for you to get to work through it. You know what I mean? I feel like when you just say can't like cancel somebody or fuck this person, you're not even working through it in your head. Like, why did I feel this way?
Exactly.
Because it's gonna come back up again.
Exactly.
always
And you're still
Exactly.
gonna be like, okay, now you're feeling this way again with a whole nother person, a whole nother situation, and you still don't know why you feel this way when certain things.
or
happen.
even
not
still
being
about that
truthful.
person too.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's
nigga, I've been blocked just because I wanted to find out why you did. I'm not trying to get back with you. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean, stalk you or, you know what I mean, slide in your DMs or
And
whatever
they're like,
the fuck.
this nigga doing
I'm
too
just trying to
much.
find
He
Hey.
texts me good morning twice, 2 times in a row.
See,
He
that's
doing
that
like,
toxic
thirsty.
femininity.
Like, listen, I know we fell
Yeah.
off.
Toxic
I know
femininity.
we fell
Yeah.
off. And I felt like we was having a really good vibe. I just want to know what happened. Block.
Wow.
Well, you probably dodged the bullet. Like,
Yeah, something's wrong with her.
Yeah,
Like,
but at the end of the day, it's just like that's like whenever I've been ghosted, it's like it's been because it's been after I've had a really good bond with whoever ghosted me.
they probably got boyfriends or something.
Probably
Yeah.
boy. I mean,
That's-
somebody told me.
that's
Somebody.
very common.
That shit is whack though. Like don't.
We all toxic. Well, I'm not toxic no more. We've all had our toxic ways.
Our toxic moments,
Yeah.
exactly. Along this, while we're growing and figuring all this shit out, definitely. But Gab, let's get into a little bit more about you. Like, how long have you been DJing? When did you start?
I started. That was mad ratchet.
We're here for all that shit.
I've been DJing since 2015. Yeah,
Okay.
2015. My dad DJs, so he finally decided to teach me after like 20 something years.
Were you like always asking him and stuff?
I was when I was younger. Then after a
Okay.
while, I just kind of like gave up. But I always loved music, so I was always like collecting. My iPod was always lit. Everything was always organized. So like once I jumped into it, I was kind of in good shape because I listened to music differently, and I listened to how he blends. I listened to how people in my family blend, parties, my whole freaking life, like that type of stuff. And growing up in New York, you know, it's just mad eclectic. So you influenced by everything. What was the other question? I'm sorry, I just went on there.
No. Yeah, I was just saying, how long have you did it, and how did you get started?
Oh yeah, that was pretty much it. I used to do I started in like music publicity, then I realized I could just apply that shit to myself.
Yeah. So you
But
started-
while still helping other people, you know,
Yeah.
learning through myself so I could apply, being in the field so I could actually see firsthand. Because I feel like I kind of just got thrown into it a little bit and I didn't really know much. So I'm glad I got the life experience. I'm still getting it
That's
in this
dope.
way. So
That's dope.
Yeah.
So where are you from? You're from New York City, right?
yeah, I'm from Long Island.
Long Island.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part?
Uniondale. I live in Brooklyn now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Brooklyn,
Cool.
yeah.
Both, you know, I want to say
that. 516. Now Long Island, they definitely have like such a cool creative community out there. Like, and y'all be sticking together and shit.
Yeah,
What
they
I-
really do.
Yeah. What I can say about I love Long Island people. I feel the same way. I'm just be the little critique. I just feel like sometimes they're afraid to step out of their box. I have so much faith in them because of the creativity. It's just you got to be able to, and anybody who's afraid to step out of the box or who just doesn't step out of the box, like put yourself out there a step further. See how much further you could take things. Don't. There's no ceilings. There's no limits to things.
Like,
Don't
take
let
leaps
Long
of
Island
faith.
confine you to Long Island. Like
Yeah.
travel, see different things, be in different crowds, expose yourself to things.
That goes back to that fear thing too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like being afraid to take that chance.
Yeah.
I get
But I'm
that.
glad everybody sticks together though, because that helps. You know?
Having
Yeah.
that community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Queens does not have that unity at all. Like,
Really?
yeah.
It's bigger though.
It
No?
is big.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, it's
bigger
like
and
different
more
types of
spread out.
queens
Yeah,
and-
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Long Island's kind of like a blanket. No, joking.
Yeah, y'all all went to the same elementary school,
No, that's what
same high school.
Low key though.
So, are you currently dating, single, mingling?
Yes, I have a one. I'm on them.
Oh.
That's dope. So, how did you guys meet? How long you guys been together?
We met at the radio station I used to DJ
Okay.
at.
What station's that?
Radio 1039.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well,
We listen to that every day.
I love
That
R&B.
R&B. I was like, I love R&B, yeah.
So how did you get into like working there?
My homegirl Miss Milan had called me, and because she couldn't do it that day, it was like they needed to replace somebody. She's like, I can't do it this day. Can you cover? And then I was like, all right, whatever. And I just ended up being on the show because they needed somebody every week.
Okay.
So, and when I met him, I was usually on Fridays, but I happened to do the Memorial Day mix on a Saturday, which is the day that he comes in. So I was just in there in my bag. Why is all these people in the hallway? Keep peeking in the window and stuff like that. Then he eventually came in. It was like, oh, hey, talk to me and my homegirl. It was like, oh, yeah, let's exchange Instagrams.
Was he like he worked there also?
Yeah, he's on some Saturday show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, exchange Instagrams. I wasn't paying no mind at first. Like we just had like a brief conversation.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, it's a guy, whatever. I'm still in the zone. Then I left, and I was like looking at the Instagram. I was like, oh wait, hold up. a little snack.
You do the little Instagram audit afterwards.
Right.
You're just like, okay, oh.
When you scroll a little too far,
Right.
but it's okay.
Right.
That's true. That's cute.
Wait, so did you slide in his DMs or did he slide in yours?
I did.
You,
I like that.
You know,
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Do that.
She got that ball handling
Right.
skills. Okay.
Because I was at the point in my life where I'm like, I'm the fucking know myself enough. Like, I'm gonna
Like,
try.
I want this.
Yeah, and if it don't go nowhere, whatever. But at least I tried.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But it wasn't even like on some thirsty shit. I was like, oh, come to my party.
Okay. Oh, he's a liar.
That's the
Okay.
way to do it.
That's the play.
Come
I
to
love
my
that.
But I was
Yep.
I was
Catch a
genuine
dub.
at first, but you know,
Come catch
It was a
quick
little
wine.
plot.
Yeah,
a little
you know.
plot. Okay. You was like,
It
I'm gonna
worked
just
out.
extra cute if we pull up.
facts. It worked out.
That's dope. So he pulled up.
Yeah. He pulled up. He didn't come to the first two. But he pulled up to another one. He for some reason couldn't get inside, so I was like, whatever. I'm about to dip anyway. We just like went off, got some drinks, and we was talking. I was like, it's kind of cool. But the whole time I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Even when I slid on his DMs, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm about to scoop this. I was like, oh, kind of cute. Like, it's a good look. Let me try it. Whatever. It's different. We don't know none of the same people. That's another plus.
That's
Like,
That'd be a blessing, don't it?
Yes.
That's
If you could
rare.
find someone in New York who don't know none of your friends, like
right.
it's a blessing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that too. Like, how is it dating in the like creative community? Because I feel like I'm always like have to check with my friends. Like, you know this person? Did you date this person?
And
Do
they
you know
usually
somebody
do.
who he dated? And da da da. Like, have you experienced that previous?
With me, just like a little fun fact, I'm lucky enough to like experience things one time to not do it again.
Oh, you learned from your
Smart.
lessons?
Yeah.
Nice. Or you're
For the most
wise.
part, yeah. And I'm just mad. I've always been like mad guarded too. So I'm like, fuck out of here. You're not about to get me again. Like,
Fool me once. That's it.
right. But yeah, one time it was messy. It was, thank God it didn't get like any deeper. That was like, I would consider that my whole phase. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. But you're a dub. So
Yeah.
it was just, yeah.
Like, you found out afterwards, like, oh my God. Like,
yeah,
this
like
is
on Instagram, like, yo, you mad corny. Like, she posted pictures of you. I'm just like,
Oh my God.
I'm good. Like,
Oh my God. Were they like in a
It wasn't even worth it,
relationship?
yeah.
Oh my God. That's even worse.
and then to be at the same party, seeing these people, it's like,
Oh no.
but aside from, so what I've learned from that experience is that I don't ever want to go through that any deeper. So like, everybody fucking knows everybody. And on top of that, I remember there was one point where when I was first getting into the creative community, and I was like, I want somebody who's creative so I can create with like an artist.
So
whatever.
they can understand me when I go through my depression.
Them niggas be the most emotionally unavailable people.
It's
like,
absolutely ridiculous.
it's sometimes it's not even worth it. Like, you're lucky if you can find somebody with a balance.
They're just so
God.
sad.
Yeah, so
They're
sad.
so sad.
So like in their own self, like detached. I don't fucking know.
They really do. They be
Yeah.
here one day, like so present, and then
Yeah.
like not. And you're just like, oh my God, like is everything
Yeah.
okay?
That's
No,
right.
I know everything's
Yeah,
not okay.
especially
Right.
like I feel like the young creative men are good. I feel like once they start getting older, like they just start getting sadder.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is.
So wait, how do you avoid that? You just do you check everyone's Instagram, seeing all the mutual friends?
Nah, I feel like
You're
I never
dying
really
over here.
talked to any, like I probably talked to like two, 3 people, but we still weren't in the same community. It was
Okay.
like a mutual that kind of tied us to the
Okay,
same
okay,
community.
okay.
So I don't know. I always avoid it. I just be friends with everybody. Like I'd rather just be your friend, you know,
Yeah.
or just hey, whatever, acquaintance.
I feel that.
And also it was just like you could look but you can't touch kind of.
yeah.
Yes.
So the chase. So you
Yeah.
like the
But it don't get too close.
But
You know what I'm saying?
it's a good chase.
Yeah.
Though. There's a difference between there's a good chase and a bad chase.
being like a
Yeah.
tease and being a chase. It's just
And like, I don't know if like you guys ever had a conversation with somebody first time you thought they were gonna be interesting, and then you talk to them and it's like, all right, you're mad self-absorbed, or like this conversation isn't really
Or they
fulfilling.
literally take over the whole conversation and you haven't said nothing in
Yo,
10 minutes and you're just
or
like
make mad assumptions about the type of person you
Yeah.
are. Like, you gonna get to know me, or you already know me.
you already
'Cause you
you already
don't.
have an
Like-
idea. You already yeah.
and then they still gonna try to fuck and it's just like I don't even like you. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't need you to save me.
It's so weird. I feel like this community is so small. I don't know if I want to actually date a creative or if I just want to like dated somebody on Wall Street.
Honestly, I'm
you know?
trying to know. My
Niggas do mad coke.
My nigga is outside of this country. I know for sure.
You know, you think so?
Tried that.
I know for sure.
You
because
tried that?
He's in London and he's black.
Okay, London is different. I never tried London.
Where have you tried before? Like what country?
Fucking Trinidad.
Trinidad.
Yeah, those foreigns. I had a Guyanese one.
Oh God bless your heart, man.
No.
I'm Guyanese. I wouldn't date a Guyanese man.
Where did you meet? Like on Instagram or something? Or like?
No, I went to Trinidad.
Oh, you went to
walking down the
Trinidad. You
street.
met like a little ting.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
funny.
Cool
Was he
convo.
cute?
He was alright. He was a cool person too, and he was a creative. So I was like, oh, whatever. We connected for the time being, and I was like, all right. It just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't work.
I want to ask
Yeah.
the racist question. Like, was he trying to get a green card? Was he trying to come to the United States?
That's not racist. That's like
No, yo, you're not the first person to ask me that too. I was like, damn, that's really a thing. Nah,
100%.
that wasn't even an option. Like,
Hey man, I
nigga,
got some
no.
offers back in the day. Like them should be happening.
yeah.
Honestly-
If I would have went farther, it may have went there, but I don't think so.
Gotta at least get a check
Yeah.
or something.
Only if it's like love will I really like marry somebody like from another country.
Yeah.
Like it can't be no scam shit.
It
Like
gotta be real.
we
love.
will go to real jail. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing that for somebody I don't love.
Facts. No, that's. I mean, would I do it? I probably would do it.
Don't say that
almost
on
did.
camera
Okay, you're right.
and
you're
on the mic.
I almost did. I just didn't have an apartment at the time.
Oh, because you have to like they have to have an address or
Yeah,
somewhere. That
yeah, we gotta-
Oh, you
Yeah,
almost
I'm
got
like,
somebody in the
sponsor
country?
them or
Huh?
some
You
shit
almost
like
got
that.
somebody in the country?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You
Wait, what
loyal.
country were they from?
I don't even remember. It was like 2014.
Were they like it was like a black country, like
Yeah,
a
no,
okay.
Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, she trying to get you. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I was gonna have me some nice little, you know what I mean, little.
You got to have a family, nigga. Like-
Yeah. It would have been straight as soon as she got here 9 months later.
Right.
That baby is born.
Maybe 8. It's like that.
Now you trapped,
Oh, she's just
Well,
to expedite her
dodge the
process.
bullet.
right?
Oh,
Who
shit.
knows? Who knows, man? You know what I mean? My kids would have some good ass hair.
Oh
You
my
get a
god,
nice black
so
queen
annoying.
with good hair.
Good hair.
Whatever the fuck
Black
that
women
is.
have
What's
good
good
hair.
hair?
What's good?
Because I know my hair is good as fuck and it's thick as fuck and nappy as fuck.
And that is good hair. That is beautiful. Okay.
That's a fact. But
God
I
damn
mean,
it.
like, you know what I mean? I got the dread swinging. She probably gonna have some super silky whatever.
Oh,
The
Gabby-
combination.
What if she
Gabby's hair
was?
is
She could have
silky.
been.
The
She could have looked like
combination.
this.
She could have, but I feel like the combination would have made something like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, these niggas is out here looking like, what's that nigga who played Aquaman?
I don't know.
Jason
I don't
Momoa?
watch-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't watch no
That's
damn-
That's a
He's
fact.
hot.
You the wrong person to
The
ask.
Hawaiian
He is,
guy?
yeah. Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Your kids would not have looked like that.
You don't think so?
No, you would have to have sex with a white person for them to look like that.
I don't.
Now
Really?
you seen their kids though? Him and Lisa Bonet. Those kids is real different looking.
I never seen their kids.
I never
Yeah.
seen their kids either.
He be
but
calling them feral
they-
children because they just have like free form locks.
They're cute.
Hold on,
Well-
I got a question for
I
Gab.
can't say
So,
for
What's the
shit.
question?
Sucky.
what's your preferred genre of music to like DJ?
Damn, I can never fucking answer that. I'm so annoying. Anything with like a dope ass rhythm that just sounds good that could blend together, like just continuous. I like to have my set sound very continuous and fluid. So and that could range from hip hop. It really depends on the mood I'm in. But I will say what I'm getting back into is like house, because that's really what I wanted to start with at first. My dad grew up in like was DJing in the 80s, freestyle house, all that bullshit. So I grew up with that stuff. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to say bullshit. That was mad rude. But yeah, like all that dance music and stuff like that, because it's really an art to it, and there's so many layers and depths and types and. But other than that, I like obviously soca, dancehall. It's just I get to dance while I'm playing.
Hey.
When I was on Radio 103.9, I really loved R&B. Like I loved the way I could play the R&B in the different ways, like the different eras and subgenres, and different sounds and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's kind of
That's-
endless where you can go.
Yeah.
You can take it.
Anything that just has mad soul and
That's
is
dope.
danceable too.
That's dope. All right, I have a question also. So now that there's this whole mute R. Kelly movement going around, what is now on
you missed it
your
last week.
bedroom playlist? We got to take R. Kelly out.
He was never
was
on my
never
bedroom
on it,
playlist.
to be honest.
Who wants to hear that while they're fucking and think about all that shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you got some good ones.
I can't get jiggy. All that shit aside, I could never really get jiggy to R. Kelly. Like maybe like Jodeci or something. Like
Okay.
I know some gonna be like, oh well, that's the same soul. No, I don't give a fuck. I like Jodeci's voice. I like the content. But even that, I would go to because I was like young when I started having sex. Well, not young, but like younger generation. It was like Trey Songz and all that bullshit.
Okay.
I wouldn't listen to that no more though. But
So what's on your playlist now? Your bedroom playlist?
depends on the mood. I know it's gonna sound weird.
No.
Sometimes.
I want to hear.
Nah, sometimes we playing like like binaural beats, like frequencies.
oh
Or
yeah, I'm like, I read that word before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Try that
on
one
some,
time.
Like, I feel like that sounds like some tantric sex type of shit.
Ooh,
Find
that
a good
sounds
one.
fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you don't need music. You water music. No,
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I feel like that's some like next level shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's like
dope.
what I'm learning about subtly is what I've heard to be sacred sexuality.
Yeah.
And that's like really changed my whole perspective about sex. I'm not gonna front. Before I got with my boyfriend, I was like, when I got with my boyfriend, I was like, damn, I really was having sex before. Like,
Because he introduced you to like this type of sacred sexuality.
it was that, but it was also just the connection. Like, oh shit, like this shit is possible. Like it's not just sex. It's really a connection. It's like a soul connection. Like I really like intertwining and all that shit.
So like making love.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
fucking.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's so fucking rude. It's more connection,
Yeah. Fucking with connection.
Yeah,
That's
But
dope.
That's what's up.
yeah.
Fuck
But-
with Connections 2019.
Yes, connections only. Seriously,
Yeah.
not just
Stay
dick
connected.
and pussy.
Not just dick and
Soul
pussy.
connections.
Connected.
Cause then when you get to that part of it, I don't know. Like once you have whatever your definition of enough sex is, it's like you don't want to just be out here wasting bodies, for lack of better terms. Like,
Facts.
and it's not even about I'm counting, but like literally, like
It's
this.
just like it's like your energy.
Dead
and
ass.
shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
enough sex.
a lot of people have had what?
What is enough sex?
What do you mean enough?
I think
What's
it's
enough?
different for every person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
What are your definitions for enough sex?
I've definitely had enough.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even say enough.
Not enough,
it's
but like enough where I'm not
enough
just
curiosity.
Yeah,
I know what I
yeah,
want now,
exactly,
like sexually.
exactly,
You know,
yeah.
I don't gotta just fuck every cute face. It's like
Exactly.
You
It's a
know,
little- I want a little bit more than
Yeah.
just sex. Whereas there was a point in my life where it was like sex.
When all
sex.
you
Yeah.
wanted was sex.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm cool. I'll figure everything else out afterwards. I just want to have the sex.
yeah.
Hey, whatever comes with it.
I didn't
you
get
know?
what y'all was saying before, but yeah, I've definitely had enough sex. Now I really just want like some connection. Like I want somebody to love me for me, and I will love you back. Like I just have so much love to give,
Yeah.
and I want.
Girl, it's
It
coming.
back.
It's
It
coming.
is. It is. I feel like
putting it out.
Exactly. Just keep putting it out there and putting it into yourself, and
And
like
don't take
yeah.
no bullshit.
Yeah.
exactly
Yes.
walk away from the bullshit so that you
Fuck
can,
the
so the
bullshit
universe
2019.
knows like, all right, you serious, because you could say like, oh, I don't want none of this bullshit, and the first bullshit that comes, now you on it, and then he's like,
And,
oh, I
and
thought
this
you
is
said
what niggas do. They gonna either put up or shut up. And what I mean is they gonna step up to the plate and be like, all right, I want to do this. Let's do this. Da 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 da. Or they
They
gonna
gonna-
fall off
yeah.
in your inbox.
Yeah.
And either way, that's
them
good
good
for
morning
you.
texts is gonna go from hey,
At like
That's why-
12.
what you doing?
I feel like it's so important to establish that, like you said before, like establish it at the beginning. Like
Facts.
however you start talking is probably how y'all gonna just end up dwindling off or whatever. Because if you just start hanging out and just whatever, y'all just casually hanging out, y'all kind of have a connection, but then it's like there's no obligation to one another. Like y'all
Yeah.
never establish any type of any type of commitment or like relationship per se. Like I fucking hate that.
and
word
establish
sometimes.
that in the beginning. Is
Yeah.
that's how, like, how do you do that? Is that how you guys you in your relationship?
I guess, yeah. My relationship with him is so like different because it made everything that I thought in the back of my mind seem possible. For example, like one of the first questions she asked me was, do I have permission to understand you?
Oh shit!
Right, I was like,
What?
Wait.
I'm like, God, do you know what you just asked me. Do you know what that means?
See, that's the right person.
What
right
kind
there.
of-
That's the right question.
I was like,
Do
God damn, I don't think
have
I've ever been asked that question in
permission
my
to
life.
understand you.
Because a lot of the times, you know, people will come in your life and they'll try to like pass judgment or like, you know, and make all these assumptions about you from you expressing yourself. But it's just like asking for permission to try to understand you instead of, you know, pass judgment. It's like, I want to understand you. I don't want to just judge you and say you're this and you're that.
Like, understand you on a soul level. Like, really hear what you're saying. Because that's...
Yo, that's the hardest line I ever
That's a
heard.
bar.
It's
Yeah.
not a line. It's not a line
really
because
felt
that's
it.
how he really felt, but like that's the hardest line I ever heard.
But you
Like,
see, like that, I'm like, damn, something so simple like that it's so simple. Can I understand you?
that's
But
better
it's really
than any
the
pickup
will.
line, any type
I
of
never
slick
heard
remark.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
That
Never.
shit.
And me neither. And you know why? Because niggas don't know how to understand
like I took a
somebody.
shot
Like, they don't
when I
know
heard
that they
that.
need to understand somebody because 9 times out of 10 they probably still trying to understand themselves or they're trying to like not fully understand themselves because they think they know everything, so they're not trying to learn or grow. And that's one thing I could appreciate about him too. Like, we're really like, we came together because we knew each other at the same time. Like, we knew ourselves at that point enough, and we knew what we wanted. We established all this shit, and we just happened to come together and meet. And we had like similar visions. And like the first time I hung out with him, I was just like, oh, this is mad calm. Like, I was able to even talk, but like, well, I have enough sex, so like that type of shit. I never had that type of comfortability with somebody because I wasn't that comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
So in the back of his head, he's like, nigga, no, you think you had no sex, but
You thought.
yeah, and just shit
Now
like
he got you on the sacred sex. He's like, yeah,
no.
all right, sis.
yeah. Anyways,
Can we do that again?
yeah, it's a lot.
That's what's up, though. I like
That's
that.
dope. Yeah, that's nice.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's nice. Sometimes I'm just like, am I ready for that type of like connection? So I think that's why I'm like still so confused. Like, you know how you say like you knew what you wanted and stuff. Like, I'm just like, I'm not sure 100% yet. Or I don't know if I'm like afraid. You know what I mean?
That that's what it is too. Like, even when we got together, like he even asked me to be his life partner, and when he asked me that too, I was like,
He asked you to be his life partner when you guys
Oh,
got
that nigga
together.
trying to marry you out the gate.
like a month
He
later, a
trying
month
to
or two
lock you
later.
down. He's like, you not going nowhere.
He was. She's special. That's a wife.
But you know,
that's
like-
my wife.
Oh, thanks. But even that, I was like, nigga, do you know what you asking
A
me
little
right
taken
now?
aback,
Like,
yeah.
like, are you sure? Like, I'm a little crazy sometimes.
I'm a little
Like, you really-
crazy sometimes.
But you also
That's
have
what
to
they
understand
all
me, so
say.
Exactly.
like all those things come into
So
play
he's
too.
starting to really understand you, and he's like, okay, I choose her.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
different.
That's what's up.
But not for nothing. I was scared. Like, there would be times I'd be scared too. Like, damn, was I really ready for this, or is it just like another test? Like, we would get in arguments and stuff like that, and it would test our faith in each other too. Like, is this just a stage? You know, at this point, we're like, we dealt with enough people. It's like, this shit not gonna hurt me. Let me know if this shit is done, and we can just keep moving. But then it always comes back to like the commitment that we made to each other. So it's like, oh, but not even on some passive shit like, oh, we have to stay together. But it's like, nah, ego aside.
Yeah,
Boom.
this is still at the end of the day, this is what we want.
Yeah.
So let's make that work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the real work of a relationship, like choosing to love each other when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Specifically in that moment. You know what I mean? It's easy when you're just like, oh my God, yeah, I love you. And we're all, you know, things are good. But when things are tough, it's just like still remembering to like,
and that's the unconditional.
understand each other.
Yeah, exactly. Really being unconditional about it.
Yeah.
That shit is challenging as fuck for yourself. Because that makes you have to put your ego to the side, put your pride to the side, really shut up sometimes to listen, or even stand to your truth. Like, because that's another thing too, like back to the communication shit. It's so hard for us to stand in our truth. We're so used to just suppressing our feelings or not confronting our feelings with the person that we're dealing with. So it's like, I'm mad, but I don't really know what I'm mad about. Well, I don't know how to communicate it. So, but
Oh,
it's
I
like,
hate
that shit is
that shit.
unhealthy as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
so you really got to learn.
I was reading something the other day and it was talking about how sometimes, like, say when we're mad at somebody, we won't share what we're saying. We won't share what's hurting us because it's a form of punishment to the other person. It's just like, I'm not telling you what's wrong because I don't want you to understand me. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to understand you and you're just like not allowing him to that space to understand
That's
you.
so much
and
fear.
not
You're
allowing
so mad that
because
you
you're
want to
so
punish.
mad.
At that point, I
Yeah.
just be
fear.
like, all right, don't talk about this later then.
And
Fuck out of here.
that's the humbling ass part of it. Like, oh,
Because I'm
You really
I'm
not gonna ask
asking
me?
you about it right
Yeah.
now. I'm asking you about it right now. And then that's the thing that differs with men and women sometimes. They're gonna ask you about it right now, and you gotta accept the fact when she say I'm not fucking talking about it. But if a chick asks you and you try to be like, nah, then she is gonna turn up.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I think both. I don't think it's okay in either sense. I think you should allow someone some space if they need space, because speaking from a place of anger or from a super emotional place can sometimes be like super manipulating. You know what I mean? Worse. Like if you're, it makes it worse. It's like sometimes if I'm really sad, now I'm talking and I'm crying. Now you're just taking what I'm saying because I'm crying. You know what I mean? Exactly. Where I can't really clearly express myself. You know what I mean? Same thing with a man. If he's really angry, like maybe he might need a second. You know what I mean?
And don't take every mean thing or whatever hurtful thing he says to heart.
Exactly.
Not saying don't pay attention, because I'm gonna address it later.
Yeah.
But
because
like,
there was some
here beneath that shit. Like exactly. Because you probably hurt too. Men be hurt too. Like men get hurt, but we're so used to embracing the fact that we're hurt because we're women, and it goes back to the unrequited love thing. We're always used to this chase. Or a lot of us aren't used to feeling like we're enough, or like we're used to just feeling hurt. And even like with adult life, we adapt. I mean, we adopt like stress as being the norm, like all these different negative things that we adapt.
Depression is normal now. Shit, like anxiety is normal.
And just there's a point to this. This should have got kind of hit me. I don't know what you put in this. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, I'll get back to it. I was going somewhere, but
no. It's all good.
Fucking do say.
I feel like we can wrap this up and we can start the after show. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
What you think?
Yes. But before we wrap it up, do you have anything that you're working on that you want to let the people know? Any events coming up? Any of that good stuff?
Anything we could pop out to for some support?
Well, yes, I'm actually still celebrating my birthday.
Oh, when was your birthday?
On Tuesday, last Tuesday.
Nice. Happy birthday. How old are you?
27.
Nice. It's a big year.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Existential crisis. No, I'm joking.
Why
is there so much pressure on 27?
20. I cried last year on my birthday. 26 was hard. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I definitely cried on my 26th birthday.
I was writing down bad affirmations like I'm important. Yeah, like.
Like a lot of times I feel like it's because I was talking to one of my friends about that. We feel like because we see other people make it at 21 now, that we supposed to have made it at 21.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own time.
Yeah.
So I feel like at 27, I'm like, damn.
And you know what? I feel like our generation, we're more inclined to really get in touch with in tune with ourselves before we jump into anything else. Because we see all the negative shit that happens to people.
When they just do whatever.
Especially when they go too fast, like too far, too fast.
Exactly.
Like you see, they fucking lose themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
And we're so like in our feelings all the time that we got to make sure our feelings are good first. Like we feel good so that we can put ourselves out into the world.
Yeah.
Because if not, then we're going to be a fucking mess, embarrassing ourselves. Well, I'm going to speak for myself. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So you feel like at 27, like you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere now? What was your existential crisis?
Well, actually, this year I felt mad like calm because I started preparing for my birthday and the new year when the winter solstice happened, Capricorn season started, all that. Just setting intentions, like really getting real with what I want out of life. So of course, sometimes I'm gonna have these thoughts like how, when, all these bullshit, but I feel more clarity. I'm more confident. I'm more in tune. I know where I'm going. I don't want to say I'm still defining my purpose, but I'm more in touch with it and I'm more confident in it. Like I'm more rooted in it rather. And I know all this other shit that we see every day doesn't really mean anything. Like 2018 was a year of just exposing and unearthing all this shit. Like, all right, well, all that glitters doesn't really gold. Who are you in this world? You know, how are you gonna execute your purpose? But yeah, 27, you know, when you like 12, you like, by the time I'm 25, I'm gonna have my own house. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna have my first
master's
kid.
degree, kids, married. I'm like, give me like 7 more years.
Right? To make that happen. That's so true. I feel like I just sneezed and I'm about to be 27 too in May.
It's gonna be a good year though.
Yeah, I feel good about it, but I know what you mean. I'm sure on my birthday I'm gonna be like, oh my god, bitch, you
But you know,
like
it's
now I'm
good,
huh?
We know better now.
Yeah. Like, so now it's really our choice. You know what I mean? Like we always had the free will, but now it's just like now you have the wisdom. So if you're just gonna be like stupid, now it's on you. And like
you're
now
you're not 21 no more. Yeah.
Now the mistakes you make are kind of a little bit, have more consequences because you know better.
Accountability,
you know what I mean? Yeah, all that good stuff. But I think
definitely
it's
feel
I'm
that.
also so because I know myself so much more. I'm so confident in what I can do, and I know my power. So I'm happy about that.
And then
being this
also,
age.
we all still look 21. So
Facts.
when does that even
Speak
matter?
Speak for
Blacks don't
yourself.
Facts. You
I
look
mean,
like
you look young as fuck.
you look
You
a
know
good
what?
25.
I would be happy
24.
with looking 27, you know, and then just that being it. Because
And just
21 is still
chilling.
too young. I feel like, you know, then it gets a little creepy.
Yeah,
Niggas
little
on the
Oh,
R.
yeah,
Kelly.
yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
R.
yeah,
Kelly.
Oh, my God.
right. I get told I look 18, but maybe not. I gotta make
I
it
know.
long, so.
I definitely feel everything that you said about, like, you know, coming to a higher sense of clarity and like understanding yourself from that transition from, you know, throughout 2018 to up to this point. I'm turning 29 this year. Like, I definitely feel like I don't know, I just leveled up mentally in some strange way, and like I see through the bullshit. I see through the things that really don't add some type of
Value.
sufficiency to my life. You know what I mean? So I'm right here with you. I felt that.
That's real. That's mature.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people be still lost in the sauce in their 40s.
Seriously.
Because they don't want to get in touch with that side. It's too scary.
Yeah, they're too scared
gotta-
of what's on
you
the
gotta.
inside. Yeah.
That's toxic.
We're going to be the ones to break that whole cycle.
We absolutely are.
This is the generation to do it.
Absolutely, especially the generation younger than us. You know, like they're just like social justice warriors. They know so much. You know what I mean? They have the information right in their hands, and they're really out here like educating as much as they can, spreading knowledge. So yeah, I think we're definitely changing the world. Definitely.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Please let everyone know where they can find you on the gram and all that good stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram at GabSoul, GABSOUL_. If you want to, sometimes I'll be on Twitter. Sometimes I'll be talking shit. You can follow me. It's the same thing. I don't know if you be on Facebook because I don't be, but it's the same thing. And also, I'm doing a party on the 18th, Friday Dynamite with my boy Run P and Pudge.
Okay.
That's gonna be more funky vibes, house, hip hop.
Where's that gonna
dance.
be at?
Oh, what's the name of that? Friends and Lovers
Okay.
in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Dope,
Okay.
dope,
It's a
dope,
vibe.
I feel like
dope.
I've been there before.
And they
Yeah.
can find your find information like on Instagram for the
Yeah,
event.
I'll be posting the flyers sometimes this week. Social media be giving me a goddamn headache sometimes, so
Oh
bear
my
with
God.
me.
Who are you doing?
Right? Like,
So much anxiety.
So much to post.
Yes.
so much to
it's
post. And then this post gets 3 likes. This one got 700. It's like, Instagram, what are you doing? Like,
so
Ruining our
weird.
lives. No, joking.
Seriously, stressing us out.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much, Gab, for
Thank you for having
coming
me.
on to
Yes.
the whole
Thank you,
phase
thank
and letting us
yes,
know.
we slid in the DMs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to slide the DMs. but
Exactly.
Keep it G. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We thirsty.
Okay.
Keep it G, be thirsty.
Don't be
Thirsty.
thirsty.
Don't be
Oh,
thirsty.
don't be thirsty.
Right.
Keep
Heard
it
you.
G. Throw a flyer in there, you know what I mean? If you got some shit going on, don't just be out there trying
Reply
to
to the
Netflix and chill.
story. You know,
Exactly.
ease into it.
Smooth and slide in,
Yes,
slide in.
yes.
All right, thank you
Hard
guys so
eyes.
much for listening. You can follow me on Instagram at Everybody Loves Becky.
And you can follow me, your fave, at MJ Smokes MJ.
And you already know what it is. I'm getting everybody lit with the Punchline Punch. It's your boy RB. You can follow me at PunchLine Punch Drinks on Instagram. It's been a pleasure. We've been sipping that amnesia.
Yeah.
Hopefully
This is why I lost my damn thought.
Seriously.
This one will really do that to you,
Seriously,
like
really
real
happened.
life.
Between this and the
that much.
weed, it's like, come on, like it's really hard. It's really hard. But I think we did a great job.
Yes, we
held
did.
it together.
Facts.
All right, stay tuned for the after show for you guys.
Hoes
For our
after dark.
patrons. All right. BRB.
Bye.